In this video, we're going to look at how we can add custom event tracking to our site. No programming required. On our demo website, one of the important workflows that we want to track is when people read a blog post, click on a call to action, and go to one of our educational offer landing pages and then submit this form. So one of the things that we might want to track is whenever someone hits a landing page. We can create a custom event to track that. Do that by going to Events. And here, of course, are all our built-in events, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new one. I'm going to add an event. I'm going to give it a title of Landing Page View. I'm going to give it an ID, and this allows us to export these and use them on multiple websites. And then what I want to do is go down here, and the last thing, I just need to say what pages do I want this to appear on. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in that any URL that starts with Intelligence Demo Offer Wildcard, which our offers do, this event will now trigger whenever someone visits that part of the site. So I go here, and I'm going to head back one page and forward to our call to action. Go over to our Google Analytics, and we'll see that I now got a new event coming through called this landing page view. And it tells us what page was viewed. Many times, the important things that we want to track are when people interact with something on a page that is important. So for example, we might want to track when someone clicks on this call to action. To look at this, I'm going to actually enable a new tool. They'll help us kind of understand what types of things are being tracked on a page. And it's this admin script. I'm going to turn this on. And now, on the WordPress admin side, I'm going to go to that same page. This is only something you can access if you're logged in and you have permissions. But now I have this Admin Explorer, and I can go ahead and enable it. And what it does is it puts a green box around anything on this page that we're tracking, such as the sharing icons, video, and so forth. And whenever I click on one of these, it'll now tell me the information that's passing over to Google Analytics. And so we can see is that currently it's not tracking this call to action because that's something that's custom to my website. So these other things we can kind of pre-set up, but this is going to be something custom, so I need to add tracking for it. So I can do that by going and adding another custom event. And this one I'm going to call a CTA click. I'm going to give it a machine name again, and I want to say where do I want this to be enabled. I actually want it to be enabled on all of our demo pages, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Or if you want to enable something on your entire website, you just click this to enable it on all pages, and I'll click Save. Now what this is doing currently is this would trigger if someone hit any page on the site, but what I really want to do is track only when someone clicks on this piece. And so I can do that by using these page event triggers that are down here. And so one of the things that I've done is there's a class that is on this CTA of CTA track. And so what I can do is I can just say, anytime we have a link with a class of CTA track, and then what event I want to track whenever someone clicks on it. And now when I save this, I can go back to my demo page, and if I do a refresh, we've now seen that I've got a green box around this call to action, and when I click it, we can see that I do get my CTA click coming through. And of course, one of the last things I might want to do that we discussed in the last video is I have the option of tracking this either as a standard event, a valued event, or a goal event. Since this is pretty important, but it's really just engagement, I think really when someone submits the form, that's going to be our goal event. But this one's going to be kind of important to track also, so I'm going to call this a value event, and I'm going to put a small value on this, something maybe like 10 cents. Save. Go back to my blog post page, refresh, and now we see our 10 cents is going through as a part of our page score. If I go over to my anonymous user, we can actually see this event in practice. Refresh the page to load the definition, and when I click my call to action, we can see it come over here, and here's our CTA click event. The explanation point, of course, telling us that this is a valued event, and it now pushed 10 cents over to our site value score. Intelligence events enable you to track a whole lot of different kinds of engagement. The event triggers are particularly powerful. They give you an elegant way to select specific page elements to monitor. If you have JavaScript experience, they should be familiar, leveraging jQuery's elegant event selector syntax. It's powerful enough to track an extraordinarily large number of page interactions, yet simple enough that even non-programmers tend to pick it up quickly.